So hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hi Jeff. I think AC is still trying to connect to the audio. Um, hmm, yeah, it may be.
She had a prescription for medical marijuana.
All right. So I think Eddie is not here to provide the satsang overview, but we all have been through that. So uh, I think today let's talk a little bit about manifesting transcendental energy, which primarily is the focus of this practice. But maybe after the meditation, let's get into meditation first, because you know mm, the focus on transcendental energy is um, i- it's essentially the practice, and the practice is all about how we imbibe this energy, how we let this energy transform us, um, and it's yes, it's important to talk and read about it or understand it, but at the end of the day, we have to experience it, we have to practice it, we have to actually really manifest it in the sense that we transform ourselves to be the energy. Um, we all inherently, and I think that's another tenet of the practice, that we all inherently um, you know um, we have it within us. There is all we have to do is just like almost like enabling a dormant capability. That's all there is to it. And this practice enables us to do that. So let's get into it. Um, so um, sit in a relaxed posture, um, eyes lightly closed. And both of those things are primarily for, inward focus, because the peace, the energy that we want to be, while it's all within, how do we enable it? So we first see the presence, uh, right here, right now, in front of us. And that uh, energy in form of light is entering our heart and distributing throughout our body. And we are becoming, one with this light. So essentially, we are becoming the light. Um, so again, still and relaxed posture. That's very important. Eyes lightly closed. And both of those things help us in focusing inwards. And what do we focus on? This is this transcendental energy in form of light. And that light is entering our heart, distributing throughout our body. And we are getting completely and totally immersed in this light. Mind wanders away, which it will. Bring it back to this thought and this thought alone, that transcendental energy in form of light is in front of us. It's entering our heart and distributing throughout our body, and we are getting completely and totally immersed in it. And this concentration helps us into deep meditation, and that results in higher consciousness. Um, the um, the focus here is to just, leave everything else. So there might be hundreds of thoughts that, keep affecting us, but idea is to uh, leave all that aside and just focus on one thing. And that one thing is also not an activity, which, you know, uh, because it's inner orientation, it's an inner pursuit. Um, so it's just observation. Um, because sometimes it's difficult to get our monkey mind to focus like that. So people go back to doing other things which help their focus. And that, I think, idea should be that while we are practicing here, we should, only try to focus on this transcendental energy, and any activity that we can do before or after. So one more time, I'll just reiterate. Let's focus on this transcendental energy in form of light. It's right here, right now. Feel the connection, feel the presence, and that energy in form of light is entering our heart and distributing throughout our body, and we are becoming one with this light. We'll start with music, then music fades away, and then we go deep into silent meditation on this transcendental energy, and then we transition out with music again. Let's start now. So happy Tuesday, everyone. And sorry, I think today the link had some problems, so connecting was an issue. Um, and I think today I am also in one of those modes when I really need meditation and I don't feel like talking at all. It's just, the quiet of meditation is what sometimes you need. Um, and basically, I was thinking that what this practice does is provide you that ability to bring in light in the darkness. In those dark days when, you know, you're feeling down, the light comes on. And um, it's an uplifting energy, which, again, when things are pulling you down, it uplifts you. Um, the negative impacts, the negative energy um, is all around us in so many different ways. And, you know, this practice, like literally within not even minutes, like within seconds, can, um, you know, like literally as soon as you connect. Um, so, Panditji Maharaj, one of Guru Maharaj's disciples, used to say that all you need to do is just switch on the light. And you have the light, the darkness is not there. When darkness is not there, you know, uh, it's you feel safer, you feel clearer, the mental fog disappears, and you know um, the ignorance disappears, and yeah. So Eddie, sorry you couldn't connect early on, but now that you're here.
Yeah, so little problem connecting. Thought it would go away, but it didn't. um, yeah, I didn't hear much of what today's topic was, but
No, we were just in general just talking about the practice and manifesting transcendental energy.
okay, I guess the things that's been sort of on my mind is that I've been noticing anyway amongst people is the temperament of people and the the changes that I saw within myself once I began practicing this particular satsang was that really was the first thing that I noticed about myself was that my temperament did change. I just became more mellow and more tolerant of things, and like you mentioned last week, more resilient and so forth. And so the temperament is like really um, one of the things that stood out to me as a measure of how well this system was working. And the reason I brought that up today is because I've seen sort of when you're sort of in satsang, you're always looking at other people and observing their behaviors, and it's just something that you do. And so, in observing other people's behaviors, I noticed that their temperament was not conducive to achieving a state of peace and happiness and joy. But yet, it's what they were really searching for. But all the actions that they did were in opposition to, achieving joy, happiness, and peace, and all of those things. And so, when we find ourselves, uh, evolving and reaching higher states of consciousness, it's that temperament of ours that really changes. And not only do we notice it, but people in our family and the people that we work with also notice that. That's one of the first things they notice about you is that your temperament changes. And I remember one of our fellow brothers who hasn't been here in a while. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but he mentioned that it was one of the first things his coworkers noticed in him, and they wanted to try him, to find out what would break him, what would make him lose his sense of peace, the sort of sphere that he was in, because they did notice it, and they thought it was strange because folks around them awfully have these bad temperaments, and they don't have this attitude of tolerance and this appearance of peace. And so they wanted to provoke him, and poke at him in order to try to bring out what they thought was the normal temperament that you should have. So, I say this all just to make mention that that's something that we should be aware of, because it's not just an indication of our progress. It's also, I think, a spiritual power, right? It's a spiritual power. And so if we truly grasp hold of that and understand what it is, and we begin to understand how we can enter that state, very efficiently and with not a lot of preparation, then we become more powerful. We become almost not superhuman, but our abilities to do things become a little more potent than the normal human being, just by having that temperament. It goes back to being able to affect the world around you. We talk about the ripples of the mind, right? And how our samskara affects those ripples, and when our samskara is there, these bad thoughts come up, and it creates basically a negative atmosphere around us. But when you have that temperament, those samskaras begin to be cleaned away, and so the dirtiness of those don't affect your thoughts as much. But nonetheless, your thoughts do affect the environment around you. So as your temperament becomes better, you have more good thoughts, if you will, and those in turn, whether you want to or not, affect the environment around you. And so you're starting to build this better body for yourself and for your soul to work with. But in addition to that, you're also affecting the world around you, and you're manifesting those things that you positively think about. I mean, they're going to happen. It's just the reality. It's just science. It's the way that Guru Maharaj told us that this world works. And so temperament is something that we should keep in mind. And if you can manifest that at any point during the day, then you've really achieved something truly phenomenal.
Great. So any other thoughts, comments, questions? So thank you for being here. Glad we were in Satsang. And sorry for the technical trouble. Hope to see you all soon. Light, love, and peace be with you. Take care.
Thank you, Sanjeev ji. Take care.
Namaskar. No.